petty all the time. I'm petty all the time.
Baby, welcome to the party.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time. Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time.
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode with the Petty Party Crew. It's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chrissy F. Baby, please say the baby. How y'all?
Hey y'all, it's your girl Michelle, aka Eat If You Nasty.
Hey everyone, just Nick checking in.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Paulette coming out the set. What's good? How y'all doing?
Great.
Seeing as we're about to record in an entire tornado, I hope we're doing
You're
good.
recording in a tornado.
Is there a tornado? I'm not gonna lie, y'all. On the way here, I wish I could show y'all this picture.
It started
I'm not gonna
looking
lie,
real dark.
I thought the wind was gonna take me.
Yep.
At one point, like it was very much so getting very dark, and the wind was picking up.
Yeah.
Because like it was sunny this morning as I was getting up and getting ready. Then when I started doing my makeup, I'm like, why is it getting dark outside?
That's usually how most
It's been
tornadoes
all
go.
week though. It's
Yeah,
been like
Texas
that
is
all
well,
week.
Dallas
It's
has really been experiencing weather issues.
And I was talking with my family. I'm like, they're finally making us earn our spot in the tornado alley because we've been flying by lately.
We
Like,
really
we ain't in
have.
a tornado and like we should be to be in the alley. And this
Yeah,
year
like-
takes us to earn the spot.
The fact that a tornado hit downtown, like this area,
Oh,
it's crazy.
80
I saw trees in the middle of the road.
Girl,
like,
branches hanging off the
branches
the electrical lines.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a
happened?
lot. I'm not even gonna lie. This little storm. Okay, y'all. I really thought like my house was like good. I got through this little winter storm. I was like, okay, like I got through that. I can get through anything. Whew. The way my house has showed me, Pepper, this last storm, it's a lot. I mean, now I
that's
finally
crazy.
see like the adulting in home ownership, and it's
So be specific.
It's good. Oh, I have a leak in my room.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn.
From that tornado, like I guess like maybe it just like took some of the shingles off,
Yeah,
and so
and that's not expensive repair work.
Oh, and also too,
Damn.
like you live in like a condo apartment, make sure you're checking for leaks too, because even where I live, a whole bunch of people have had leaks.
Oh my God.
Like left and right. Even in my bathroom, I found an area that I'm like, I think this is a leak, so I'm gonna have maintenance come look at it. But my apartment, y'all, our elevators went out for a day and a half. So imagine walking on
And what
14th.
floor are you at?
I'm on the 14th.
I'm not coming down.
And
I'm
like,
sorry.
don't get me wrong. Like, okay, I looked at it in a positive way. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to the gym this week.
Yeah.
So this is
No,
my
yeah.
workout. So literally,
But
I
to
would
go
purposely
up
leave my
14
And look, at one point, it started becoming easy. Like you have to do it.
Yeah.
And literally, I'm just like
How
walking
often did
up,
you have
holding
to
all
leave
my
groceries?
stuff.
How often did you have to
I would always take a bag. So I'll go to my friend's house down the street. So I take a bag, like it's weight. So just walking up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to leave my house. Like I can't stay confined in a place.
Yeah.
I just want to say before we move on to our moto, everyone's makeup, hair, it's just
you.
on point. Like
you.
y'all
Freak
look
ass, freak
great.
ass.
Thank you.
Okay. Can I give y'all some recommendations? Try Lawless finishing powder, A1, and also One Size. Y'all, I'm late to the party.
I would say, do y'all want to just give like 1 year? What's your favorite beauty product or a beauty product that you recommend? Just one.
Recommend?
Just
okay.
one.
Gosh, it's hard for me. Y'all go first. I recommend all.
Trying to think of something.
Okay,
that I
so for
swear by.
me, being like a darker skinned woman, Rare Beauty blush, liquid blush.
Okay.
I think that it's super pigmented, but like the colors complement like dark
Your
skin
tone.
so well. Like, and I have 3 of them, and all 3 look
Tell me,
amazing.
No,
And
they
I-
always look good on you.
and
And you
I'm
trying
trying
to
to
get
get
me to use it. I was scared, but
Yeah.
it looked really
No,
good.
And
The
I'm
payoff
trying to
is
get
awesome.
tempting.
And I'm trying to get a 4th one because
Yeah.
I want like a little orangey for like the summertime.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, that's nice.
that's mine.
Yeah. For me, I'm not gonna lie. And you said for the dark tone girlies, for the big lip girls, chestnut lip liner.
Mac.
Like
Yeah.
there's
There's no other one compares.
Yeah.
You can go all these other routes, but
No,
Mac
it
is always
can't.
that chestnut and that night moth.
Goated.
And there really is no replacement because I've tried other lip liners, and as soon as you put your lip gloss, it is over it.
Yeah.
Like there's gone, but chestnut lasts all day. That's
That's
my.
good to know. I
can't
feel
go
like I
without
just need
it.
to go ahead and just try
Go back to chestnut.
Yeah.
Are you-
I've never tried it.
Oh.
I've like
Really?
gone around it. I've done other things. I bought like some that Paulette have recommended, but I'm like, maybe I just really need to try.
I'm not
chestnut.
gonna y'all.
it.
Makeup Forever's lip liners are
Try
unmatched. I use MAC or Makeup Forever. Like I stopped using NYX, all that, because like she said, you put the lip gloss on, it just disappears. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't last. What about you,
I
Crystal?
can't do it.
Damn, a beauty product that I swear by. I don't know about swear by, but I recently bought the ABH lip gloss.
Okay.
Girl,
Girl,
I have it on now.
Yes.
It's I forgot. I think it's cotton candy, but like the consistency. So I feel like with lip gloss, it's gonna wear off regardless. Like no matter what brand you have, like it's just gonna, it's just you're gonna have to reapply.
Fenty.
Even with Fenty, I experienced you do.
Fenty B.
Well, also too, it's in your application process too.
Possibly.
Sometimes we're not putting for example, like
Like a
MAC
base.
lip gloss. You're not supposed to just put it on. You're supposed to spread it all the way around so it
Yeah.
lasts. Like that's the whole point. So try that.
But I don't.
Yeah.
I'm a girl. I don't mind reapplying, so that doesn't bother me.
true.
So I like the consistency of the ABH. I used to be an Elf girl, which I still am, but I noticed that ABH it lasts longer.
That elf when you did, I was like,
No,
Chris,
that elf you was
this
having to
one I have
reapply
that
like
elf
crazy.
every
one
10
is
minutes.
bomb.
That's why I said the Elf one is and
It's currently
what
in my
I'm judging
purse
on
right
is
now.
the color. I judge on the color.
That
What's the
color,
yes, I judge up the color.
Okay, you said that, and I feel like I used it once and it turned brown. Like with my lip,
that color
It's
is
10 out of
like-
10. I'm not gonna lie.
So what's the color?
Yeah, I
I have to show it to you. Yeah, I showed Nikki. But I typically use Elf. But now I've been using AB. I ran out of it, so I've been using, and it's a lot more pricey. I'm not gonna lie. It's like 25, 30. It's like 30
It's
something.
like $20.
And what's the ABH
It was $20 on sale.
Yeah.
I need new lip gloss.
It's $20 on
It's weird. I don't mind spending a certain amount of money
that's
on
the
lip
elf
makeup.
one.
This reminds me of the Sephora lip gloss.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And you
It's
know
like
they
same branding.
discontinued that one of that popular color with Sephora.
Was it like
Sephora
number
needs
9
to
or something?
Get it? It was perfectly nude. It's
Yeah.
gone. Mine would be honestly this. I'm new to this, so the Denise MAVERICKS tinted moisturizer for
I heard
the summer.
the blurring.
I use
wanna
that
try
too as my
Denise
primer.
Yeah.
Awesome, but her tinted moisturizer,
Oh,
guys.
you already went.
Huh?
Did you not? You talk about mine would be. You already went.
No, I didn't. I told you it was hard for me. Y'all go first.
You said, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I
did.
had-
You did.
know.
My bad. My
Yeah,
bad.
so we segued into
My
this.
bad.
But yeah, the Denise MAVERICKS, it's really nice tinted moisturizer. It's lightweight and like you can build it up. And it's perfect for if you live down south in the heat, your makeup will last and won't move. But also couple it with her invisible balm underneath for you oily chicks. And hey,
No,
you
it's
got
just
you a little
tinted balm.
look. But yeah. But
Yeah,
All right, y'all.
So thanks for the compliment. But yeah,
Of
we can
course,
move
you're
on.
welcome.
yeah,
All right,
we
y'all. So
can.
we're gonna go ahead and move on to our motto. Moto. Okay. So, we're talking about relationships. I'm gonna give a little bit of advice. Okay. I'm thinking about ending a 1-year plus relationship. The guy's 22 and the woman is 21 because of a lot of the time now it feels like a friendship. I know that friendship is important in a relationship and I value that we have it, but I honestly don't feel that desired and feel loved on occasion, though I know my partner does love me. I just kind of want them to want to make out with me, LOL. I definitely have a higher sex drive and we're affectionate in pretty different ways. I'm afraid they won't want to be friends after we split though, if we do. And they are one of my favorite people. I love spending time with them and they're truly funny and fun like no one else. I don't know if this is how things are supposed to be. What should I do?
Girl.
The thing is, from that you
that-
can't tell if it was a guy writing in or a girl. I actually don't know.
So man or woman, I honestly think y'all should have a conversation and just tell them hey, I want us to be a little bit more romantic. I've telling a guy sometimes I want you to snatch me up. You know what I'm saying? Let me know, but it just has to be a conversation. You can't, I wouldn't just say start doing it because what if they're not comfortable on the receiving end? So you just want to make sure that they're comfortable with what you're requesting and move from there. But conversation.
I definitely have to agree with Paulette. So it's so crazy. I had one relationship where, so my relationship prior to that, it was very physically compatible. Okay. It was just perfect. We just vibed so well in that category, but emotionally it was terrible.
Wow.
So going to this next one, emotionally, he was so available. He was there, but physically, he just wouldn't really do the things that I really wanted, And so sometimes I'd be like Paulette said, I want a little aggression or not aggression, but
No.
Taking charge or leading.
Little, I don't know how to describe it, roughness.
Snatch me up.
Come on.
Oh, baby.
Get over here.
Get over here. Yeah. So I wanted that. And he was just he told me, he was I care about you so much that for me to try to even think about possibly hurting you, he's I can't do it. He just couldn't. So
I do too, but what a buzzkill.
I know. So it was one of those things where I had to think about him okay, is this something that I could deal with forever? Because eventually you're you want what you want,
Right.
you know? And I really do feel like that actually, like, not just that, but like just even like other physical components, like just kept separating us further and further apart to where we were really great friends, but as partners, I wasn't sure
Right.
if that was it. So I understand, like, not everyone's meant to be your partner just because y'all are great friends.
That's what I think.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. And that's what I was like, maybe I'm the problem because my first instinct is to leave. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Only because like I just feel like you should, like, when it comes to your partner or your soulmate, so to speak, like these things are gonna come naturally. It's not gonna be a thing where you guys just are not compatible in some area. I mean, and it may be, but like in the aspect that you want it, like you guys are not compatible emotionally or physically, and it's just like, I don't know, like I just move around, find that person.
But
I feel you, and especially in growing up and getting older, I realized that like breakups don't necessarily always have to be wrapped around like negative things.
Right.
Like, I think I always just think, okay, if we break up, it's because he cheated on me, or because it is because it is. You can have a healthy breakup. It can't really just be like, I'm compatible. I do not think that you're gonna love me in the way that I like to be loved. Not even that I need to be, but I like to be loved. So it's like it's never gonna be received properly. If you're an affectionate person and he's not an affectionate person, then it can work through communication, but naturally that's just not who he is.
Exactly.
You know?
So it's like, don't try to turn him into somebody who he's not, and you don't try to
Exactly.
become somebody that you're not. Like,
only reason I have to disagree a little bit, because me naturally, like, y'all, I'm a simp, okay? But naturally, like, I'm very like, I don't like PDA, not now, but when I say I don't like PDA, I just, all that stuff, I just don't like. I'm not a
that's
fan.
fair. I don't either.
You know, but like, once I become comfortable with someone, I become that person. You know, it's through like conversations and like just getting to know
Intimacy
someone,
and
activating new levels of comfortability. So like me, that's why I said talk, because like the thing is like you're young though, but you know, as I'm older, I just don't agree with people missing out on their person just because like that.
Yeah.
No, I do.
But I
That's
feel like
the
it's been a
reason.
year.
Yes, I say I do.
It's been a year.
I think I
Yeah,
agree,
that's what I'm saying. Y'all young, like you can just leave each other and find someone else. But
yeah,
like,
no, I agree. I think it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it has been a year. So it's like, I feel like at that point, those walls, if we've been in a
Has not been
relationship for
broken,
a year plus, those walls should have been broken down. Like, I understand in the beginning, like, because I'm the exact same way. Like, I'm
It's
just
gonna
like,
take time.
but I'm a full blown lover girl. Like, whenever I really
When I'm
like the
locked
person.
in.
Yeah.
So, but in the beginning, yeah, you're right. Like, I'm just kind of like, whatever, you know?
right.
So, but I think at a year at this point, like,
I just think
these should not be hurdles we should be facing.
Still hopping over.
Yeah.
So how do y'all handle, like, so if y'all meet a man, right? How do y'all handle a man that really wants to be a lover girl immediately? And like, he won't stop at nothing.
I don't. I feel like we're incompatible.
Yeah. That
Yeah, like he's like, why don't you want to hold my hand? Like just like
Yeah.
first day trying to hold your hand and like do all that.
And you know what the
how do you
crazy part
navigate
is?
that?
I had to realize like that's about respect. Like
Right.
the fact that if I'm telling you something and you can't respect like my boundaries,
And
and
my
it might be something
comfortability.
small, like you, or quote unquote small to him, like, oh, it's just me holding your hand. But it's like, no, I'm telling you, like, hey,
This
if
isn't
I'm
really
not comfortable yet
comfortable.
holding your hand and you keep trying to force me to hold
Right.
your hand, like Michelle said, we don't need to go further. We are not compatible at this point.
Yeah, and not only that, why do you want me holding your hand when I'm not comfortable?
Public.
Because the whole essence of hand holding should be like a shared affection. So it's like, if you know I'm not comfortable, but I'm only doing it to please you, that shouldn't even be something that you want anymore. And if you're that comfortable making me like go against what I'm comfortable with just to make you comfortable, then it's like, you're not someone I want to be with anyway.
But how do y'all, okay, so like, I feel like more lately than before, I really am running into like issues with dating new people in the podcast. Like, it's
What do you mean?
Y'all, it's to the point where like,
They should know.
I hope you're talking about niggas with podcasts.
no, like people without
Child.
people without podcasts, and then them dating me, and they're just like, like, I'm just really worried. Like, if I do something wrong, I'm gonna
become
end
a
up
topic of
I'm a
conversation.
topic of
Then don't make
conversation.
yourself content.
Basically.
Just kidding. Just
I
kidding.
do feel
No,
like
you're not.
What do I do?
What do you
There's
you
nothing
do?
you can
Like,
do. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, you have a podcast. Like, that's never going to change. So he got to figure it out. I will always tell people, honestly, that sounds like a personal problem.
But not only that, like we've never gotten on this podcast and talk and drop names, and like even
Right.
with time frame of stuff, we always like
Yeah.
respectfully leave a good amount of time before we even are comfortable to even
Right.
talk about it. So
And if it
don't come on here
applies,
thinking like it ain't what you that ain't
Yeah,
this.
and stop.
That
But
ain't this.
And stop thinking that you're just gonna be like the spokesperson on my podcast. Please stop. It's never that.
But sometimes
it
it's not
never
even
gave
them.
that.
It'd be their friends. Because I was dating somebody and somebody had sent him a clip and was like, oh, she's talking about you. When he showed me the clip, I was like, that was not about you. Please don't ever flatter yourself. Like,
Ever.
Why would you think?
Yeah, I've had.
Not only would I
someone
talk
too.
about you, but I would clip you up.
But I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like there's a lot of people who come to my page, they see I got a podcast and they like, other way.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other way. Like,
Okay.
and it's so crazy because like, you know, we be clipping like, not the craziest things, but we clip like what is intentional sometimes. Like, okay, we obviously.
Rage
this is gonna-
bait.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, in person, we're all just like, well, I'm a lot quieter than what I
A lot
appear
more
on the
chill.
podcast. It was just
Absolutely.
like, I
be
know
honest with you.
guys are just looking like this loudmouth girl who's talking about niggas and relationships and dating. Like,
I'll be honest with you, like if you're using like my podcast to kind of use it as like a marker of getting to know me,
first
then I don't
impression.
want to know you because I'm not gonna sit here and like not get to know someone because of something I saw on the internet. I might be like, okay, let me give them a chance. There are some I might like the thing. I'm not going to be a thing where someone's on like a very problematic podcast and I'm just not going to talk to them.
Not that.
Like that's crazy.
I mean,
I might.
that's what I'm saying. I might not
The
either.
thing
I'm not
is,
gonna lie.
like,
I
you
understand
miss
what
out
you're
on a lot of
saying.
good people by prejudging people.
You do, but at the same
prejudging,
time,
but
like,
if you're on a podcast
as a man, it tells a lot
really
about
talking
you.
a whole bunch of
like
shit.
of course, like doing Kevin Samuels stuff. That's different. I'm just
it's
saying,
not even
like,
about Kevin Samuels. It's when I say a guy with a podcast, I already know what type of person they are. Sometimes, let me say sometimes, like you can always kind of tell like what kind of person they are, what type of time they be on. Sometimes
It depends on the podcast. Like,
it does depend on the
yeah.
podcast. It does depend on the podcast.
Unless it's like, okay, like you're talking sports, you're talking music, you're
It could
talking
just be guy
stuff like that. But like there are certain things that I'm just like, you know what, like I forget like that was it Fit and Fresh, or is that what they're called?
fresh
Fresh
and
and
fit.
fit, something like that.
Something like that. So them I would never give the time of day. I don't care what it is.
But
Like
we're talking about in general, like people, like she said, like they'll hear you're on a
Yeah.
podcast, like they're already counting you out, and it's like, dang, like you can miss out on a
And
real
then,
good
I mean,
person by just
yeah, but
having
that's
like a
also
preconceived
fair.
notion like that.
I understand it too because it is a limelight kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like some people just want like chill,
And that brings me
and
to
the
my
thing
next
is,
point.
I do feel like I'm a chill person, but at the same time, it's just like if that's what kind of like I agree with you. If that's
Yeah.
what kind of intimidates you, then
Yeah,
you
true.
know,
But
it
that
is
brings
what
me to
it
my
is.
next point. I'm sorry, like I would tell people I'm on a podcast. If you have an issue with that, you do not have to deal with me. But the moment you choose to deal with me, I don't need that to
Yeah,
be an
I
issue in
actually
what we're
don't-
doing.
I don't let people know
I don't
that.
care.
That's something you're gonna find out.
That's what, like by having
But if you
conversation,
bring
you're
it
gonna
up
have to find out.
If you bring it up to me, now I have to address it. Like I am on a podcast. That's not going to change. However, if you choose to move forward with me, it can't. Like I don't
Most
want to hear
people-
podcast stuff in
to
our
be
relationship.
honest with you,
Please stop.
Most people only find out I'm on a podcast if they're following me on social media. Like that's really, or like it's actually crazy. People that I have known for a while, they'll be like, "Hey, by the chance, like, is this you?" Like, I saw this clip and I was like, "No, there's no way this is you," because you would have told me on a
Right.
podcast. And I'm like,
Right.
yeah, that is me.
Right. I don't know. I think it's just weird. Like, it's just weird because it's like, dang, like dating world's already hard, and like, dang, you choosing to be on a platform is making it even harder for you. It's like you can't win for losing. I just wish we didn't have to operate like that because
Yeah.
we would never get married.
Back to the moto though. Are we done with the moto? Oh, back to the moto.
Oh yeah. I think yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
moral of the story is I do think that you should move on.
I say have the conversation and move on. Like if you really just truly feel like the affection is not there, things are probably not going to change,
Right.
unfortunately, especially whenever it comes to like romance and affection, because I feel like people are really dead set in those type of things, you know?
But what if something took place and that caused them to like lose that ability?
She would have said that, or he would have said that.
That's not our business to know.
But
You wrote it
also,
before him, though.
But also, it's not her business to be punished by his inability to. You know what I mean? Like if
But
you're
like-
that, if something happened and you're that unable to be affectionate, then maybe y'all do need to break up.
Cause like for example, like what I don't want to go deep in this because I was gonna ask like if you're married, like that's happens, like how do you handle that? You gonna leave your husband?
I mean, that's
Marriage is
though.
different.
But I'm just saying like it's just but a conversation needs to be had and worked through. Like a lot of people, for example, there are a lot of people that do counseling in relationships. Like let's go see somebody to see what's going on. Like maybe we can navigate this together if you really see a future with this person. Only if you do. Not
Which, how
everybody
do y'all feel
needs
about
all
that? Like,
I was gonna say
counseling and relationships.
some of y'all are turning relationships into marriage. Sometimes I feel like there are some chances where it's just like it's not working, but it's like you feel stuck, so you want to
Right.
force yourself into the marriage. Where it's just
Right.
like if you need relationship counseling after a year,
Well, no, not that.
After
yeah,
you're-
in
after a
general,
year.
I think I'll be honest with you. I don't see an issue with any relationship counseling because I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's okay to get assistance. It's okay, especially if you see a future with this person. Like, this is something you're gonna be doing.
like
it's
what you're
premarital
saying?
counseling.
You know,
I
it's-
see that.
Yeah, I'll be completely honest with you. I agree with Paulette. Even if you okay, I think it would be weird if you didn't see a future with this person.
Yeah,
doing
you just counseling.
But at the same time, like, even if you don't know if you're going to get married to this person, I think counseling is actually okay. Because like Crystal said in the last episode, it was like, you know, effective communication kind of starts with the people that you don't even like. And I feel like that's kind of, even in this sense, it's like, to really be healed and to be able to be healed enough to where you can get to marriage, I think that sometimes you have to do that healing in relationships.
That's
you
real.
know? And
That's
so
real.
I do see it like whenever you do relationship counseling, like I think that not only are you like helping out that relationship, you're helping out yourself as well. And to be able to move forward, like even if it's not with that person, you're able to go to that next person and be able to be effective in your communication, in your emotional like vulnerability and all those different types of things.
I can see that. I guess I'm thinking of and what's the name of that show? Was it called like Blue Therapy or Blue whatever?
Oh.
And it's pretty much a show centered around people who are like in therapy for their relationships. And some of the stuff they're in therapy for, I'm just like, why are y'all in therapy? Y'all shouldn't even be together.
Right,
yeah.
Like I feel like there's some things that you just don't work through.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, and I agree with both of you. I do think that counseling, especially the way you broke it down, I think that counseling can be good in relationships. But there's another part of me that also feels like relationships are supposed to be easy in the beginning stages. Like
In the beginning, for sure.
I just think that at
So
least within 6 months, I don't know about counseling. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know if within the year. Like maybe I could see a year. Okay, cool. But like I don't know. I just feel like that's the stage that should be the easiest. So it's like if you guys are experiencing such barriers so early on, to me it's just like.
But what if it's one of those
know.
things where it's like you already went to counseling, he already went to counseling, and then okay, since y'all are kind of already in like those therapy mindsets, maybe we do like a couple sessions together, like as a couple, you know? I don't really see anything wrong with that, even if it was like 6 months in. I don't know. For me, if someone was willing to like be vulnerable enough to say like, hey, like I would love to do a therapy session with you, I think that's like, that's deep.
No, that's not. But therapy and counseling are kind of two different things. That's what I'm saying. If we're going to therapy to talk about like, you know, we're both having venting sessions and talking about our upbringing versus counseling, they're counseling us on our relationship. It's different. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm just like, I don't know if I would do counseling a year in or maybe like 8 months in. I don't know. I don't think I would just because I feel like that's supposed to be like your honeymoon stage. Like those are when things should be the most easiest. So
but you know, every relationship is different. Some people's honeymoon stages are like 3 months.
Red flag.
Or some people are
no honeymoon stage.
Some people have honeymoon stages later. You know, like some people are like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, have y'all ever just like looked at someone like in the beginning and you didn't like them as much, and then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, like it could be months down the line, and you're just like, wow, like I love this person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there, but that was
just
a
falling in
delusion
love.
kicking in and just no.
You fell in love with them. That's what I feel like.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie, ladies. This is like I like this. Like I feel us. Okay. All right. So y'all getting counseled in y'all's next relationship.
Did we say that?
Did we
I
say
feel like that's
that?
what y'all
I'm
said.
playing with y'all. I'm playing with y'all.
But yeah, girl, I feel like you're young enough. Y'all are 21. I feel like you're really young enough to know what you want. But I also know about the 80-20 rule, because the 80-20 rule is very real. It's like, it's very easy to be like, I can find better, until you're out there and you realize that the shit you thought you couldn't deal with, you could deal with. So just make sure that when you're leaving, it's enough for you to leave, you know?
I actually told someone that. I'm like, your downfall is going to be you striving to have like the perfect everything. Yeah. There's never going to be a perfect partner. There's never going to be a perfect relationship. It's just never. God did not create this world to be perfect. So you striving for that, you already lost.
No, it's true. I remember this pastor said, he was like, if you're looking for perfection, look in the mirror. If you can't find it in the mirror, don't look for it in anybody else. And I was like, dang, that's real.
And I told her, I was like, you have you're flawed too. So like, for you to go look at another person, think that they're not going to be flawed just like you, it's crazy.
Everyone's flawed. Everyone's flawed. That's how we were created.
Okay, now we're gonna move on to the Petty Chronicle. So this Petty Chronicle was given to me by a friend, and they gave me the okay to talk about it. So I'm gonna keep it real short. So they were dating a guy, and their birthday came around, and the guy really didn't ask them like what they wanted to do. Like he took it upon himself to just, plan a nice, cute getaway. And so, mind you, the getaway comes, right? And like she has to work. And so he didn't keep that in mind. So he took her to a nice, trip. And it was cool. Like, I thought it was a nice trip. But to her, it's like he didn't really consider her in that moment. And then, mind you, even in that trip, he didn't get her a gift. And, y'all, I know y'all going to be like, oh. He didn't get her long stem roses that she also likes. Like she's expressed that so many times. Like this is what I want if my birthday comes around. All this stuff, right?
I don't think it was so much the long stem roses.
Oh,
So
you don't think it was about the long stem roses?
No, I think she said that the flowers that he got was, you could tell it was a very last minute bouquet. You know how you call the bouquet and they'll send what they have left.
Oh,
and that's what she said it was.
So basically, okay, thank you for clarifying that, ladies. So basically, gave last minute, and so she wants to know, was she petty for having an issue about it, or should she have just been grateful in the whole situation? What do y'all think?
It's a great question.
So I don't think. Okay. You know, it's such a touchy subject, right? Because it's like, okay, he gave you something,
Right.
but he didn't consider you what he gave you
Right.
and what he gave you.
Right.
You know, so it's one of those things where it's like you don't want to come off like you're ungrateful, but at the
Right.
same time, it's like, do you have to accept what's just handed to you all the time?
Right.
No,
Right.
you really
Right.
don't. You know, like when it came to the trip was not considered around her work schedule, wasn't considered about what she had going on in her life. So it's nice, but it's like
It was already inconvenient.
it was what you wanted to do. It wasn't what
Right.
I wanted to do. You know?
Right.
So it's like, was this really for my birthday or was this for your
You,
pleasure? You
yeah.
know?
Right.
So that's one thing. So I don't think she's petty in that regards. And y'all know I love flowers. And it's so crazy. Like it reminds me of a time whenever one guy like low-key pissed me off because it was like, he was like, I told you I was going to get you flowers. You're always talking about flowers. And don't get me wrong, I was appreciative, but at the same time, it's like, come on. Next thing I know, I see a delivery coming up, and it was a Kroger worker.
Oh my
Okay?
gosh.
And
I
like,
didn't know Kroger's delivered though.
yeah.
That's new.
Kroger did deliver. And it was like, he gave me like some like, I don't, like they look
Like
like
carnations.
Like did
like
you?
daisies and like the ones you like get well.
Yeah.
Like,
Like that get well got its own
Right.
category. I love you got its
And
own
we know
category.
exactly what she's
I'm
talking
like,
about.
we know
Like
what it
well
look like.
bouquet.
like the get well
A variety
flowers.
pack.
And so now I felt like, okay, now you really don't listen. You know, it's one of those things where
Right.
it's like I like told you like what I like, and now you're just doing something just to like almost like shut me
Right.
up. You know, so I don't think that she was petty for feeling some type of way about
Right.
it. I think it's one of those things where you have to actually like bring that up because
Right.
if not, those patterns are going to kind of continue.
Right.
You know, so.
Yeah, I know. I think that like, have you ever seen that meme or that it's like a running joke on Twitter about like how girls are shitty gift givers, and it's always because they do exactly what they want for their man versus like getting him what he wants. Like, and this is a while ago. You remember people were going in on Jada because she got little baby like a whole bunch of money. And everybody was just like, yay, money again. Like, you can't actually put thought into a gift.
Right.
And so
Well,
I
what if
just
that's
think
what Jade. I feel like that's what he would
you would
like.
have wanted. I don't know. But she just, they were doing birthday for a while. So I don't know. I don't really remember the timing. But I just think it's very important to like, again, listen to what your partner, because a lot of times there is like, okay, this is what I think would be great on you. This is what I think would be cute on you. And like me as a person, I've accepted that a lot. Like, oh, okay, this person said it'll be cute. And I try it and I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I think it's very important to like understand like what your actual partner wants and listen to like what they want and what they can, like what they're
Right.
comfortable with. Because I do think like, and it's no bad intentions. I don't think it's like, okay, he was intentionally trying to hurt, like, inconvenience her or whatever. But like, I do think it's important to factor in those things because you can get lost in the sauce and it's just be like, this is for you. This is not for me at all.
But then sometimes, okay, I'm not trying to be devil's advocate. Please just let me land my question. Do you think sometimes as people, this applies to men and women, we can make gift giving and all that a little bit too complicated? Like, because sometimes I feel like, for example, like I remember one birthday, like I said so many things I wanted, and like this person got me perfume, and I was just like, but it actually ended up being like one of my favorite perfume. I'm just like, dang, like as years pass, I'm like, I see why this person got me this perfume because I guess it like, like when you see it, you smell, it's like, dang, this is like Paulette, and it's like, dang, in that moment, if I would have acted like a brat, that would have just ended the gift train right there because it's like you kind of sound ungrateful. You kind of come off as a little bit ungrateful because someone took time out of their day to go in a store, pick something out for you, spend their hard-earned money, and like instead of you just being like grateful, like thank you so much, it's like you're hitting them with like a complaint. And to me, it's like, dang, like gift giving has now become so complex to the point where me personally, I don't even like it anymore because it's like, you don't know if you're going to let somebody down or not. Because it's like, damn, like either damn if I do, damn if I don't. So how can we change that up a bit?
What would have been the bad thing? He just asked you, hey, like what perfume do you want? Or what? Even if perfume is not what you asked for, because what if you got it, you did not like it, you hated the scent. then what? You know what I'm saying?
But like knowing this person, I wouldn't have hated it. You know, yeah, it depends on who the gift's coming
so
from.
you got lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like you did get lucky because he could have got something
I appreciate gifts from this person, so it's like I'm always gonna like it.
Yeah.
Even if like it's not like my bet.
Yeah,
I'm like I'm always gonna find joy in it because it's like dang, like this person got me something, you know. But I don't know. Like I feel like. I don't know, like maybe correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like dang that the surprise trip was cool. Not the flowers. It could have been better. The flowers could have been a little bit better.
No, the funny thing is, I feel like the flowers is probably where she could have been like have more grace with it. Like, okay, the flowers, you know what I mean? Like he tried. You know?
Yeah.
The trip, I think she kind of was at liberty, only because it was inconvenient for work.
Right.
She more was at liberty to be like, okay, you know what? This is not something that I was, that would have worked for me. But everything else, I think she could have given him a little more grace. He did try.
Yeah, because like you hear on like TikTok, all these girls be talking about like getting gets like, oh, if he doesn't do, I'm like, girl, dang. Like we are making it so complicated in dating now that like.
It was definitely a spoiled brat moment for sure.
You know, like not even, but not necessarily.
Just a little bit.
I think in general in this world that we're in now, like I feel like men and women, they come on that tip of like being kind of entitled in a sense. And it's like, dang, like, just build up to that. Like, it don't have to be immediately out the gate. Like, yes, like, just know that they even thought about you. Like, that's there, you know? So, I feel like you can coach someone on how to gift you. But
I also feel like niggas be trying to set high expectations for themselves, and sometimes they underdeliver. Because why did you make it seem like you was about to roll out red carpets and now you're under-delivering?
Yeah, because low-key.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's another conversation.
The bar was high.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel that.
Any input, Michelle?
I mean, I don't know. I kind of felt what Paulette was saying when she was like, sometimes you have to just be grateful for a gift, which is cool. And maybe I'm just different. To me, I feel like the big deal about the most important part about a gift is the thoughtfulness. At least for me, like I'm a big fan of thoughtful gifts. So it's like if you gave me a lot, I'll be thankful that you did it. But at the same time, it would have been more special if it was something that I would actually like to do. So I would have been conflicted, and that's why I feel like it's kind of hard because it's like. You don't have to be, I don't feel like you have to be grateful for everything. Like if you truly aren't grateful, then it's like, that's just honest. You didn't want to go. And it's kind of like someone surprising you with a motorcycle, but you don't like bikes. It's like, yeah, you can be grateful, but it's like, are you really grateful? It's just an honest moment. I don't think she was a spoiled brat unless she said it on that day. Then it's like, would have been fucked up.
Okay, so I want to talk about this Veneer story. Like, okay, so what's going on with Winter?
I can give you a little bit of background about it. So Winter got her veneers done, I guess, a couple years ago. If anybody doesn't know, Winter's from the Bad Girls Club. She's also, I wouldn't call her an influencer. Well, she's very popular on social media. She's big on TikTok. She's a funny girl. I think she has her own podcast now. But she's just a very controversial, popular person. So she got her veneers done. She's actually gotten quite a amount of work done. And I'm not gonna lie, like she's gotten her a BBL. She's complained about complications from that. She's gotten it corrected, I think, once or twice. And she's done her veneers, and I think she redid them over again. And with her redoing them, she has sensory issues now. I think she at the beginning tried to sue the dentist who did it, but there was no way for her to prove that they actually, this is what caused the veneers is what caused this problem. But she said that she's now in pain. She can barely eat. She can barely sleep. She's literally, it's a consistent pain thing, and she's spent over $80K trying to getting them and trying to correct them. And like every time she goes to a different doctor, there's no solution. Nobody knows what to do. Nothing. So she gets on the internet, and she's complained about. It's been a year now. She's complained about this multiple times. So it's not a new thing. And I guess now is a new breaking point for her. She got on the internet and she was crying. And she started by saying, I don't like to cry, but, I just feel like there's nothing else for her to do. And she was saying that, she just was complaining about her veneers. She was just like, I've been experiencing this for, literally a couple months to a year now, and it's literally ruined my life. Like, don't ever get veneers. Again, she has sensory issues. She can't close her mouth. Everything she eats is very sensitive. So on and so forth. So as she gets on the internet and crying, and this is why I feel like you shouldn't get on Beyonce's internet and cry, regardless, because everybody that does not like you will come and laugh at you and point their fingers and say, haha. And that's exactly what they did. So after she posted this video, a couple of people came out, popular people on Twitter that she had issues with in the past, or that she had gone back and forth in the past. She's a troll, I'm not gonna lie. Came out and just essentially it's what you get. Like, just what you deserve. We don't care. And it became one person, then it became two person, then it's literally 4 people I can think of offhand that literally came back and was just like, haha, that's what you get. So, I mean, there's not really a controversy behind it. Like I said, my thing is, the moral of the story to me is don't get on the internet crying.
And then not even just that, but correct me if I'm wrong, the first set of veneers she did get, she got them out the country. I think that like
no,
they weren't. I thought she got them.
Actually, I think she actually got them done in because I remember when she posted the original video. Like this was like 2 years.
2 years ago,
actually.
I thought she got them done like
So
Colombia or something
she got
like
them
that.
done actually like in Miami, I think.
That was her second time she got it done.
Yeah, that was the correction.
No, the first time it's called a Small Dentistry Center. She tagged them.
That's the second one.
No, that's the first one. She didn't tag people who did it the second time. So what she did in the
Yes, she
first,
did.
huh?
They're on the.
No, well, okay. What I'm saying is she got them done the second time, but it didn't help. So the first time she got done was 2 years ago, and the reason she signed like a contract, pretty much saying that she can't sue them.
Yeah.
So, but it was in the country because she even said she did her research. She thought it'd be better if she.
See, here's the thing. I maybe I could be like wrong, and I could be confused. Like I definitely thought that her first set was like out of the country, because I think I remember even thinking like when she did it, I was like, you already had complications with your BBL because like one of her butt cheeks was like larger, like lopsided. So I was like, you would, and when she got her veneers, I was like, okay, why would she go get veneers out of the country?
That may not be true. I don't know.
I don't really know the timeline.
Yeah.
But to say, I don't think anyone deserves that, right? Because like, no one deserves that. But I do think that we do need to start having these type of conversations because veneers are to me like becoming more like prevalent in today's society. And like me personally, I've had braces now twice. And when you have good teeth, you have good teeth. Like you get veneers when like you're missing teeth or something's wrong. Like it's special cases. Not every case needs to have veneers. You know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like for a dentist to immediately tell you to go straight to veneers, like to me, red flag a little bit. Cause it's like, gosh, there's other things you could do. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do braces, Invisalign. There's other options to pick from. And like in your teeth, there's so many nerves in there. Like one false move and like it can mess. I even have a family member that's going through issues now because of that. It can fuck you up for life. And so with that, I have I empathize a little bit with her. 'Cause I'm just like, dang, like you can't prepare for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so someone needs to take responsibility for that.
So for me, to be honest with you, I actually don't have an issue with people getting veneers. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I think where the issue is that people are getting veneers on top of teeth that aren't healthy.
Yeah.
Like people are just automatically like, and then they're not taking care of like their bottom line, like natural dental health, you know?
Right.
So people are going and getting these veneers on like rotten teeth, on teeth that already have cavities, teeth that have issues.
Right.
And you're not even fixing like your natural teeth before you go and put veneers on them.
Right.
And then not even just that, I think a lot of people are not taking the time and the diligence to do research on like the fact that like one, like I was like watching this one vlog, people were saying like how veneers, like it gives you bad breath. Like there's veneer breath. People have to like, people have to like shave down their teeth. Some people don't do that. Some people do. So you have to like really do your research on like, okay, are you going to go the route of where you're shaving your teeth down? That's also going to increase your chance of hitting a nerve, of doing different things, you know? So I think it's one of those things where people like, if you want to get veneers, cool, but like go to the dentist first, get your like other stuff in check, and then go get your veneers.
But it's always a risk. I know when some people are like speculating that maybe when she got her veneers done originally and why when she got done the second time it didn't help it is because when the way they shaved it down where they hit too close to the nerve.
It hits the nerve.
And once that's like exposed, like it's just hard to
she might need a root canal.
And they said that
she have to take all her teeth. I feel like she should take all her teeth out and just get implants. That's what I feel like she should do, and I don't know why.
That's like super expensive. Like $10,000.
It is, but she's already spent $80K. So I'm just like, you
take all your teeth out and get implants.
Yes, but it's more common than what you think.
So what she was saying was, they said that she can do that, but they're not sure it's going to fix it. And that's why she was like, at this point, I've tried everything. I've tried hypnosis. Like, I've got to read it. I've done this, I've done this, I've done that. And nothing's helped it. Now they're telling me I need to spend another $80K plus, and they're not even sure if it's going to fix it. So she was like crying about that. But then what someone else said was like, this is like one of the leading causes of suicide. Like this, and I think like LASIK eye surgeries, because there is a risk of some sensory issues, and it's super hard to diagnose. But it's so painful that people, when they go through that, it's like waking up every day with that excruciating amount of pain. A lot of people end up committing suicide. And there was like this lady, I think, she was an attorney. She was married, had kids, all that stuff, had LASIK, had like really bad side effects of it, ended up committing suicide. And it literally went viral like a year ago, I think. So I find it very interesting that people would like make fun of her in this situation
Yeah.
when it's just like if she were to do, because for you to get on the internet and cry is like you said, like no one wants to do that. So if someone's in that position and they're
Especially
that
her,
weak,
like knowing
and
the type of
broken
person
down, it's
she
like
is. Yeah.
y'all aren't worried. Like some people did come forth and just be like, I really hope that she doesn't do that to herself. But it's like y'all are really gonna have like a lot of regrets about kicking somebody when they're this down about being in a painful situation. Not even like, okay, like I just don't like it. No, she's saying she wakes up every day for the last 2 years. She's been in pain. Like that's crazy.
And like tooth pain, like all that.
Oh, I know.
It's unbearable.
They said tooth pain is worse than the pain of childbirth.
Girl, like, cause like watching my mom go through tooth, like I was just like,
tooth pain is hard because it's your head too.
Yeah.
It's so close to your brain.
Yeah.
It's just like a lot of.
Just literally, I got my braces tightened yesterday. The way I've been, I had to take Tylenol yesterday, and because I was in so much pain.
That's
and
intense.
as soon as I took it, I fell asleep because it was just so excruciating the whole
And that's all
day.
you can do is like just sleep. That's the only time you're not in pain.
Right.
Yeah.
And even when like you don't wear your retainer for time, you put it in, it's
Bro, that shit
painful. The
hurts.
teeth moving back
It's
into play.
very painful.
So I will not ever say someone deserves that. That's crazy. But this brings me to my next point. Guys, y'all got to be careful with who you let go in your mouth. Techs, there's no such thing as a veneer tech. There's no such thing. Like you go to school.
My question is, how is that legal?
Thank
It's
you.
not.
It's not.
That's the thing.
I just think more so than anything that like just as a generation, how everybody's just so quick to like quick fix. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
everybody just wants to go like the quick fix route. And even now, so much so it's like, and you know, we support surgery at this table, but it's just like, so how much so people are willing to just like, you know what I mean, without doing anything. And it's just like, damn, like, do we even try? Like, and it's not like these surgeries are not small. These surgeries are not cheap. These surgeries are not like they're some of them are life-threatening surgeries.
Like-
So I'm just like, I just wish that we would kind of go back to like, okay, you know what? How can I, if I don't like my smile, how can I opt in to do what I can do before I shave them down and compromise them versus like trying to, you know, getting braces or getting a root canal is something. I just wish that we would just like, okay, just go through like the fixing route versus like, okay, this is what you're gonna do. But you know,
I wish we would really eliminate that whole industry of like techs. Like y'all, like you should be going to a dentist and orthodontist. Like you should not be going to see someone that taught themselves off the internet to be in somene's mouth. That don't make sense.
But
Like,
you know what the crazy
that's
part
a big
is?
red flag.
But you know what the crazy part is? The people that are being trained, like the people that are trained these techs are dentists. Like I saw this one course in Atlanta. It's a dentist. He is the
Have to
one.
lose his license.
Yeah,
I was gonna say he should get his license.
But you know what the
taken
crazy
away.
part is? I think he is like a dentist, like an out of country dentist, and so he can't practice here yet. So what he's doing is he's going and training people on how to do veneers because he did veneers in his country. So it's like I don't even know what they can do. I don't know if they can even really
What I
attack
just
his
heard
license.
is there's somebody who's here who's claiming to be a dentist that we can't even verify because he's not licensed in the
Right.
United
But
States.
he's definitely like it was like a 2-week training course.
So then, guys, go
2 weeks
take
is
out a loan
crazy.
and go to school and get certified. Why are we like, y'all? We
not even a dental
no,
assistant,
2 weeks
veneer
is
tech.
crazy.
Like-
2 weeks is crazy.
It was a 2-week course.
and you're going in someone's mouth and just doing whatever. No,
But it's no different than
No.
people going and get ass shots in someone's house.
I don't support
Yeah,
that either.
I'm gonna say also let's just bring back common sense.
Yeah,
y'all. Let's just
I don't
bring
support
back
that
common
either.
sense. Like there are certain like the teeth. Those are bones. Okay, so we need to just have the common sense to realize like, do you want somebody who doesn't have a medical degree backing whatever they're about to do in your mouth? Because if somebody who is a veneer tech fucks you up, how can you go after them?
Nothing.
They have no license that's on the line.
Nothing.
If you go into anybody's court, they're gonna look at you crazy. Like, why did you let somebody who with a 2-week certificate go in your mouth? Mm-mm.
Yeah, I really hope Winter gets the answer she needs. But moving on. So y'all see Trump was found guilty.
On all 34 counts, as he should be.
Yeah. His sentencing is in July, which I haven't had a chance to even do my research just yet on like how this affects like him running in
doesn't.
November.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
There's no
but-
law saying that a president can't be convicted or anything like that. in state
Oh,
law.
really? So
Which I thought
it's
I thought a lot of people knew that it wasn't going to affect much. Like it's and we've all seen. I mean, maybe not president play out, but we've all seen people with large amounts of money kind of get away with scotch free on a lot of things. So I just feel
Well, he's
like
not getting away scotch free because the thing is he's still gonna be a convicted felon.
when I
But
say
still, he
scotch
can
free,
still
you
run
can
the
still
United
run
States
for
of
the
America.
president of the United States of America, which is crazy
Which-
because you can't
yeah.
vote.
But you know, but
Probably
here's my
convicted
crazy.
Probably
When
pardon
you're a
himself
felon,
in
they
the-
don't let you vote. So it's like, how is he still
Yeah.
able to run for president?
I wonder if he could pardon himself.
I
Girl,
just
he
feel
gotta-
I don't think he's gonna go to jail for one.
I don't know if he
No.
can pardon himself.
He can't.
He's not going to jail. That's one. And if he is, he has the sources to get himself out.
You know, it's one thing. Like, I don't know if he's gonna. I think that they might try to give him like some jail time, but it's gonna be like on that whole like, 200 days of jail, but he already got some type of time served for being on house arrest or something like that. You know,
the thing is, his base is so strong, and that's why it's more so it's not going to affect anything because the people are still going to vote for this man. They still want this Biden out. They want Biden out.
I don't know because this is the thing. So I really don't know. So I do think that they want Biden out. But
Michelle, please, what Flash?
Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I do think that they want Biden out, but at the same time, I think that like a lot of these people are like so big on like, integrity of the country and this and that. And so to have someone be president and to say that they're a convicted felon, I think it also makes you look kind of like a joke, like to the rest of the world. So I don't know. I feel like people are really going to be like,
I don't think they care about that.
I don't think this is going to be a clean sweep for Joe Biden.
This world. So like,
because one of my coworkers was like, "It's not fair. He didn't even do it. That was his lawyer that did it."
Yeah.
Like,
so I'm saying I don't think it's going to be a clean sweep for Joseph Biden. I feel like it's definitely going to be his competition. He's definitely going to like lose a lot of states.
But then also Kennedy's running, so
we'll see when the nominations officially come out. We will see when the nominations officially come out because we thought we was going to see Nikki Haley, and where is she? So. Exactly.
And Nikki Haley said she's going for Trump. Can you imagine?
She want that VP spot real bad. I said, girl, like. Anyways,
next up, y'all.
Politics.
You know what? I want to look. I want to give a shout out to Dallas Mavericks. What's good? We going to the finals, y'all.
And we haven't been to the finals in a
Dallas
minute.
2011.
You know, it's so crazy. When I was watching like the post game awards, whatever they're giving out, they was talking to Jason Kidd, and he was like, "The last time y'all the Mavericks went to the finals, you were playing in it. How do you feel?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's crazy."
Right.
It was Jason Terry. It was Dirk. Yeah.
Like, and it's so awesome because it's like I remember in 2011 when we won, and to be I can't wait.
It feels like a 2011 run, except for whatever Luka did in Game 4 that we won't talk about. But.
Yeah, actually, no. Let's talk about it. Guys. Mavericks.
Who cut the check?
Number 4. The Game 4 should have been a clean sweep. I don't know what y'all were doing.
The crazy part is, I think we needed Game 4.
No, we didn't.
No, we did. So I think that we needed Game 4 to really activate the Luka. We needed because Luka in Game 5.
Paid.
Luka in Game 5 was hitting logo 3-pointers. He was in there talking shit, y'all. That's the Luka we needed.
Why was you talking shit in Game 4? Why did we not get that? I don't understand what that.
Sometimes
we needed at home.
Yes.
The fact that they were sitting here having a whole post-game moment and they're booing in the background. Y'all needed to be in Dallas. That's crazy. Luka looked up. He heard boos. He was like,
why are you acting confused? You're not at your home turf.
He literally looked up and was like, y'all are booing me? Like, what?
I mean, at the end of the day, we got the win. And I'm excited because...
Me too.
The fact that Kyrie's going back to play the Celtics is crazy.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then Luka, Luka's only like, 24, 25 years old.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that he's playing like this at this age, like, I'm just excited.
But Mavericks from what I've been watching, they've been playing very well. Like, they're playing like a team that's going to win the championship.
But one thing, Mavericks has always had really great teamwork. Yeah, that's one thing about it.
It just needed to have a good team.
We needed the shot accuracy.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, we needed Kyrie. And the fact that Kyrie came in, like,
PJ Washington's been doing well too.
Yeah.
But he's been doing great. Like, there's a lot of great players, but I think that Kyrie...
Kyrie was like the secret weapon.
We were the better
shooter.
team because Timberwolves was a good team.
Timberwolves was a very good team.
They were a very good team. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, they were, but they just weren't the better team.
Yeah,
but that's the reason why I don't understand how they went out sad like that.
Carl Anthony be throwing his body around. That's the
no.
I'm like, why do you act like you're not in control of your limbs?
Apparently, the stars are doing well too.
Yeah,
they are.
They
are. There's about to be a parade inside my city.
It's a parade inside my city.
I'm glad you reminded because I need to go to the Stars game.
No, that's like the fact that I'm not gonna lie. Like the fact that the Rangers came through, World Series champions.
What would be
the Stars are doing great.
Yeah,
the Mavericks going to the finals. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
The Cowboys should have won, but Jori took
let's not bring them in this conversation. Because in Game 4, they were all on the side. I'm like, why are y'all here?
That's why they said they lost. Because
why are y'all here? Bad juju. Like the losers on the sideline. Why?
No, just kidding.
Oh gonna cry. Oh my God. Okay,
Losers.
I apologize. Let me
Sorry.
scooch.
I love the Dallas Cowboys. They're losers in my book.
Anyway,
Wow.
so yeah,
We can
so
hop into the.
Oh no, the only thing I want to touch base on. How do y'all feel about? Did y'all hear the Eminem's line?
Yeah, I did.
what is
So
that?
you know what's crazy?
I
Eminem
did.
gets canceled every year by
Don't know
his
why.
old songs, and now Eminem made I don't know the song verbatim, so I'm gonna try my best. But he said something like, "You think if I asked Meg for a collab, then she would give me a shot at her feet?" Which of course, like a shot at a feature, but it's also a double entendre for a shot at her physical feet. So a lot of people are up in arms because they're just like, "Wow, you can let this white man attack a black woman, all this other stuff."
Oh my God.
And other people are saying, "Y'all, this is Eminem. He literally made a career off shock value. Like that's what it is." But people are really torn because I mean, Eminem, you've been kind of walking tight lines. I'm like, you should have got canceled for Kim. That was a hard song, but now people are
Mariah.
mad about this.
I don't know.
Wait, so what?
I feel
What
like,
I mean,
first of all, the song was trash. So let's start there. I'm not gonna lie.
what
Like
song was trash?
Eminem
His new
song.
song, Houdini. I think it's called.
I don't know what
I
it's
don't know.
called. I didn't like it.
I mean,
I feel like it was
lyrically was
like
cool. I'm not gonna say it was
2000s
completely.
Eminem.
Yeah, I don't think it was
Yeah.
completely.
It
trash.
was. It's
lyrical.
definitely on brand for him. I'm not a fan because I don't feel like that style of music is in today. So that's why I'm just like, I just feel like, and even so, like, I was raised in the 2000s, so I could still appreciate it, but I just don't think like the beat and like, I just don't think it just landed well.
I feel like people are just taking it the wrong way because I'll be honest with you, the people are taking it the wrong way. People that don't understand music. That's just me.
Did Megan say anything about it?
taking what the wrong way? The song?
I just feel like
or the verse.
My thing is, I just feel like it's rap. Like that's what they do. Like that's what they do. If you're a lyrical genius, that's what you do.
But I just feel like,
Like,
it's a low hanging fruit.
Wayne does it.
For
Everyone does it.
For all the rappers, it's like never everybody wants to add a shot about Megan. It's such a low hanging fruit. And my thing is like, why? Because why are we bringing up somebody else's trauma? I don't feel I don't agree with it. I don't like it, and especially because you're white. So like, let's tread lightly here, respectfully.
That's the thing. So I will say, y'all. Okay, so Eminem, he really has been like toting that line. Like Eminem kind of grew up in that time. Like he came up as a rapper in that time where like people weren't as like vocal about like racial conflict, like especially like whenever it came to like rap and things like that. But I think at this point, like people have really put their foot down whenever it comes to certain things. It's like kind of like letting Jack Harlow get away with saying a line like that. Are we gonna really let Jack Harlow wouldn't say anything like that. You get what I'm saying?
Wouldn't cook up something like that.
But Jack Harlow, I mean,
I'm just being honest.
He
No,
could.
Jack we're not doing that.
I'm not
We're
gonna-
not doing that.
When she said, never mind.
We're not doing that.
But so I do think that Eminem, he does play off of black culture. And so I think that since you already play off of black culture, like just stay in a straight and narrow. Like don't throw these jabs. You know what I'm saying? Like I just think that he just, especially to like try to make a comeback. You know, like
But
to,
Eminem never left, so there's not really a comeback.
I mean,
it's not really. Y'all keep saying a comeback. He never left, y'all. He's been dropping works. He's actually like y'all. I guess
I've listened the
what I'm
last.
saying, but what I'm speaking towards the people that really don't keep up with music. Like he's never fallen off. So it's like that's.
Just because you keep up, but you can keep up with music, and if he's not putting out hits, then yes, actually he
You
did
have
fall
fallen
off. Like the thing is,
I don't know.
His,
because
what,
before
his
this,
last,
what's the last Eminem song you know?
his last.
I
Well,
don't
no
listen
one.
to Eminem like that. The only Eminem I listen to
Point
is
proven.
old school Eminem. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to sit there and say that because I still hear him in conversations of music. So I will never say
I mean,
that.
yeah,
So
because he can definitely go down as like one of
A great
people's
rapper.
top 20. Yeah,
basically
like
what
whatever.
I'm saying is
Top
that
five for me.
Basically what I'm saying
Top
is that
10 for
this
sure.
like I don't know like we're not really in music like that to be having these type of conversations, and like it's just not going to land.
I'll be honest with you.
anywhere
If he
so-
said something, if he came through and said something about Nikki's husband, people will be in uproar.
Up in
But I do
arms.
think
but he's not going to do that.
I guess for me, my take on it is, I mean, again, I do agree with Crystal about it being low hanging fruit, but at the same time, I guess for me, it's like, y'all, this is Eminem. He made a song about literally kidnapping his wife, stuffing her in the trunk, and leaving a fake suicide note. Like Eminem has always made a career off of shock value. Like he says things that are problematic. That's just his career. So when he said something like that, it did not shock me. Do I feel like it's okay? No, but I don't think anything Eminem has said in his career has been okay. So it's
Yeah,
kinda just
like, even when
it's actually on brand for him. I don't expect anything less. If it was anybody else, I'd be like, okay, but a line like that is not gonna get me out of bed because I'm just like, oh, it's Eminem being Eminem. Like y'all
Yeah,
are
'cause
feeding
I
into
read it, I was just
exactly
like,
what he
this
wants.
is
Did Megan say
Eminem.
anything?
No,
and I don't think she is.
I don't think she should. I really don't think. If she responds, it's gonna give it life. It's
Yeah,
like,
let it
y'all,
go. Like
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with you, but again, I just feel like it just was whack. Like, I'm not saying it shocked me. It's on brand for him, but I still think it was whack. Like
I agree.
Because especially if you did it, this is the first time. But people keep mentioning it's just like, okay, it's old now. It's not funny anymore. Like it never was funny to begin with. So it's just like, okay, like we get it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Girl's already fighting for her life and her music career. Like,
Oh my God, Nikki.
No, okay, but let's talk about this because
Let's not.
No, because
I need a real conversation.
No, I do think that somebody's paying the blocks because I just want to at least let's lay this out in this podcast. There is a rumor going around that Megan is paying people to be seat fillers in her concert. It is not true. I don't know why this rumor is like going everywhere. It's not true. They've come out and said it. Live Nation has come out and said it. People keep spreading this narrative that she has an empty concert, and it's I don't think it's true. I don't think it's not fair. And blogs keep reporting on it and pushing this narrative, and I'm like, that's actually not cool. Let her have a successful tour without y'all like. You know,
a lot of people go. A lot of blogs do that with everybody on tour. They're just like, oh, they find one negative and then try to paint the whole picture of that's what it is.
Yeah, but this seat fillers thing, I was like, that's so weird. Like, why? Y'all really think that Megan needs seat fillers? Like, let's be honest. It's Megan and Glorilla. And at this point, it's no shit to Meg. Right now, Glorilla is a really big artist. She has like 5 or 10 songs right now that are trending. Yeah. Like, at this point, I would go to a Glorilla concert.
Oh, I would easily go to the concert.
I would go to a Glorilla concert.
I would go to both of their concerts.
She's eating it up right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she even brought Finesse out in Memphis.
I don't want to hear his. I don't want to hear none of that. See, I want to hear new music. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love concerts, and I love concerts with music, new content. I would not. I'll be honest with you. Megan's doing well, but I would not go and see her.
But I think Boa is new. The Boa song
is a single. I want an album. Glorilla dropped a whole project and went on tour with you. People are
that's crazy.
Glorilla dropped a whole. She's on tour.
Her album is good.
Her team is smart.
Y'all think it's good?
Her album is good.
You don't think it's good?
I think she has about like 5 songs on there, but some of the other
her
ones,
album was good. I can't even lie.
Some of the other ones I was just like, oh, okay.
Really? Even 5 is a lot.
Yeah, her album.
No, I think as I said, like I think it's like it's not one of those things where I listen from start to finish.
Okay.
But I do definitely play it very often. I'll say that.
Finesse, Bob,
yeah, like
all there. Like there's some really good ones.
I'm not gonna lie. I was for her to have like when people were counting her out to come back with. I'm like, dang, you know what? This is how you come back. This is what you do.
So how'd y'all feel about Sex? Sorry, I know we got to go into the topic, but how'd y'all feel about Sexy's album?
I haven't listened to it, but the
Sexy
few
Red's
things
album,
I've heard,
I like
okay.
it. It's a slower listen, but I like it because I'm a fan of Sexy Red. And I honestly, like, for this to be her sophomore album, like kudos to you, girl. Like keep going. Like I really wish we could get that out of other people, but that's what it is.
Oh, it's Cardi
Is it Sexy sophomore album?
Yeah.
Sheesh. Girls on a roll.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she did. I'm not gonna lie.
Girls not doing that no more.
For a sophomore album, she put some hits on there. So
yeah, she put what? That's I'm like
that BBL Drizzy.
No, baby.
When she was trying to sing,
I love you. I love that song.
Some of her songs to me, it just sounds like she's trolling. Like I just can't take it seriously.
Trolling. Funny, like she's just funny as hell.
Like she get in the mood to be like, all right, just keep it.
No,
whatever she
literally.
be like, all right, whatever. I don't care, just keep it.
There's a song called Something Jammin'. Oh my gosh, like when she said, my AK take your man, nigga. My AK say, I'm like, who is it? Like what? It was so lit. The beat, it's just. I can see this in a concert, like
Beats be saving her every time,
man. But I mean, she's charting. So, guys, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the topic. So, I just want to start off with letting y'all know: is there anything in life that y'all wish, if y'all had a chance to do over, y'all would? Anything, and it doesn't have to be like one specific area.
I do.
What?
I feel like I would. Obviously the whole cliche, like I appreciate it for what it is because I became da da da. But I do feel like I would redo some of my 20s. Some of my 20s, more specifically, probably. Damn, this is gonna give away too much. Okay, so like when I moved, like my introduction to Miami, I would redo that just because one, the pandemic hit. So like I didn't really like it wasn't like a seamless transition like I would have wanted it to be. And then also, I just feel like I was just going through a lot at the time. And so I wasn't able to, and actually scratch Miami, it's really my whole master's experience. I feel like I went into school thinking like, okay, I'm going to learn more. I want to learn more about biomedical science. And when I got in there, it was just a lot of like smoke and mirrors. Like when I say I don't remember nothing, and when I look back, I'm like, damn, like I feel like it's because I disassociated a lot because like I was just going through a lot at the time. So like when I say I remember nothing from that program, nothing from that school, nothing from that time period, like I don't remember a lot of it. Even my friend was like, hey, you don't remember when we went here? And I was just like, no, we never did. She was like, well, you took me. And I was like, But like a lot of it, I just truly don't remember. And I just think it was just the timing. And especially just going into like, again, pandemic, like you're in a new space. Like I think everybody just kind of had this weird area during that time of like, okay, what's going to happen? What do I do? Like this weird, like I'm tired of being in the house, but I also don't want to go out and risk my life. Just this weird pair. So I'm not saying that like I wanted to go out more, but just I wish I would have just sat in the moment more and just been like, okay, things are going to be okay. Like, you know, I think that made my situation a lot worse than what it was because it just was like, I don't know. The world can destroy tomorrow. So I didn't know, like, you know.
What are things that you could have done differently in that time period? Like, I know I
could have enjoyed it a lot better. Like, I was just, and again, outside of the pandemic, I was just in the house because I was just scared. Like, I didn't really have, you know, I was new to the area. I didn't really have friends. Like, I didn't know anybody. Like, and I'm very much like introverted. So I'm not going to get out and meet people. I'm not going to get out and talk to people. I'm not going to do that. So it's like, if the world's already shut down, like, you know, when I do see people, I'm walking by them versus like, okay, trying to engage and like actually meet friends. And so even when I didn't get to meet my classmates, I didn't get to do a lot of things. So I'm just like, I wish I would have like, probably like got to like engage more with people. I would have changed that, and I
like
again
explored more too. Like
definitely explored more for sure. Like I was like, you know, there's a lot to do in Miami. Even in the state of Florida, there's a lot to do. Like I could have done a lot more than what I did. I think the first year that I hadn't been to a beach until like I think year 2 into living there. Yeah, so I'm just like even little things like that. Like it just wasn't like me taking advantage of like where I was. Yeah, like it wasn't at all.
Because it's interesting. When I went to Miami my first time, I remember I met this girl. She was going to school, and like she said, every day after class, you go to the beach and just study.
I feel that. You know, even little things like that. I'm like, dang, like I was in the house miserable. Like at this thinking like, my life is over, you know? So I just wish I would have changed that experience.
Yeah, I think for me, mine probably would have been geared towards like moving. I definitely think I should have like taken advantage of living somewhere else other than Texas. Like even if it wasn't even in the United States, like I really should have taken advantage of like just moving. And that's probably like one of my biggest things where I was like, oh, I should have just moved. Because I remember after nursing school, I was like, I had even applied to jobs like in Atlanta. I had applied to jobs in DC. And like, I actually like got jobs there. But like, you know, under those circumstances, I couldn't do it. But I wish I had just like, once I had everything kind of settled here in like Texas, I should have just like taken that opportunity to move. And then not even just that, like, I mean, of course, like college, I wish I had done college different. Like, I appreciate college because like I have y'all. But like, I wish I could have like picked y'all up and like went to like an HBCU or something like that.
I was
you know?
really about to say that.
I think that was like, that's probably my only 2 big things. Other than that, I'll be honest with you, I've really like enjoyed my life.
Yeah. And then one more, I probably would have left a lot of relationships. Well, a lot, not a lot, but left the relationship sooner than what. Because I feel like again, that's just the stage where you just stay and you just kind of like,
girl, no, look, the thing,
no, Michelle's crazy.
All of them.
For me.
No, I mean, facts. Like, and I say that all the time on the podcast to younger women. Like, listen, if you're in your 20s and you see it's not going nowhere,
pick up and go. Please,
because you're going to look up and how many years later, it's just you'd wasted. And I'm just like, damn, like I wasted a good chunk of my 20s knowing that this situation was never going anywhere. And it's not even like, you know, every relationship is not going to end in marriage, but just the fact that I wasted a lot of time just doing nothing. Honestly, I could have been enjoying life at least.
To piggyback off what Nikki said, like I honestly would have went to HBCU just because watching her sister go to Howard, I realized like, dang, like how it's so important for people that like are alike to be all together and really just like immerse yourself into the Black culture. And I feel like honestly, I probably like would not have majored in anything health related. I probably would have really just like
done something that you were interested in.
You know what I'm saying?
More creative.
Right. I probably been on the Howard staff in arts. Like for real. Like that's where I probably would have been. But second too, I really like during the pandemic, because during the pandemic I lost my dad, and I really wish like I would have handled that a little bit better. Like understand like grief is not linear, like it's up and downs, ebbs and flows. But like I do wish that like I found therapy earlier, and I really wish I would have thrown myself in something so I wouldn't have gotten to a dark place and been trapped in it. So that's one thing I wish I could do like differently. And like I was gonna ask y'all, do y'all feel like that influenced y'all in today? And I feel like
the pandemic,
like just in general, like these things that you missed out on. And me personally, I think it has. Like it has forced me. Like whenever I come into a rut, I fight my way out of it immediately. Cause I'm just like, this is just a moment. It's not gonna be it's not gonna be a placeholder. We're gonna move past this real quick. So things like that. So I wish I would have handled that differently. Even now, like when people even lose people, I like that I can give better advice than what I was going through during that time. And so that's one thing I wish I could have done differently, you know, but yeah. And honestly, reverse time, my dad still be here. But other than that, yeah.
No, I definitely think it affected because I feel like now, like I'm definitely more of like a go with the flow kind of girl. Like I definitely used to be like super structured. Like I have to know where I'm going before I'm going, like all this. And now it's just kind of just like, look.
I feel like that takes the excitement out of some stuff. You know what I mean? When you have like a.
Yeah, but
like
that's what I'm saying.
Tick
like
mark of everything. It's like,
yeah,
where's the excitement
because
at?
like I feel like I already lost so much time, like being how I was, and also just kind of being stuck in the moment of what I was doing. Like it held me back from a lot. So now I'm just like, look, whatever happens.
So then my question is okay, so like, because we all did go through the pandemic, so do you wish there was something you did differently during the pandemic?
Hell yeah.
Like that
travel.
Took out a PPP loan and really ran off.
Nah, facts.
And started a business.
Nah, facts.
And been a multi-billionaire
Nah,
since 2024.
I'm not gonna lie, because it's people I know, they're like, oh, they're gonna lock them up. No, they're not. Them loans are already forgiven.
They got forgiven.
A lot of you skate.
Them
Like
loans are already
what?
forgiven. And you know what?
Fuel.
I love that for y'all, because for the risk y'all took, y'all deserve it.
Y'all deserve it. Y'all were fearless.
No, literally.
So fearless.
Shout
Y'all
out to y'all
deserve it.
really betting on yourself.
Shout out to y'all.
Literally,
Like,
the pandemic really showed who's fearful and who's not.
You know what's crazy?
the have and the have not. Because
Literally.
we took the road
The movers and the
more
shakers.
traveled.
No, facts. I was talking to someone who actually took a loan, and they pretty much said, like, as Black people, we do not get the opportunity to get approved for certain loans. So it's like there is like a gap in like entrepreneurs when it comes to Black people and people of other races. So this is the only opportunity to apply for a loan. If you know what you're gonna do with it, apply for that loan and like push yourself forward. I was so scared because I'm just like, because sounds good now. And they're thriving. So,
like true, it's just like, and honestly, I wish too that I didn't see certain things play out in my life as I was like younger, because then that put the fear in you, like, dang, like this will be me. Everyone's getting away, and I'm gonna be the one they hold up in court. I ain't got time.
I think I've heard this song before, but we actually didn't know the ending.
You know, we didn't, and like. And honestly too, I really wish I would have took my little hustle a little serious during the pandemic.
What hustle?
Hustle.
Used to get used in a court of law.
Right.
No, yeah, I definitely wish. I wish I had started. I wish I had started travel nursing a little bit earlier, like because I did. Like I was a year behind,
right?
And if I had.
Dang, Nick, you would have really been a bandit.
Y'all, I'm telling y'all, if I had been travel nursing from the beginning,
no, because at one point I was like, damn, like
that's a
rollies for the team.
No, that's a regular. But nah, I won't let Nikki take that line down, because it was a lot of people in her ear saying, Nikki, you shouldn't go. It's this, it's that. Because Nikki, you were considering it for a very long time.
I was, and people were just like,
talking you out
you're
of
gonna
it.
die. He was like,
whoa,
oh my gosh.
no.
Like,
In the beginning, it was scary though.
Yeah, well, it
was scary.
as your roommate.
Oh yeah, Paulette. That's what I'm like, Paulette.
I was like,
speak up. It was you.
Yeah, I wasn't putting fear to you. Listen. I was just during the time.
She
I had
looking
older
out.
parents.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, like it's not just me. Like,
No, I
not
feel
just me.
you.
Let's not do that.
Paulette didn't even want to be near me.
I was so like being Nikki's roommate during the pandemic was actually like, I didn't understand.
Twilight
At one
Zone.
point I realized I'm like, I probably have COVID, don't even know it. Like Nikki's in this house thinking that what she's doing is precaution. We don't have a safe room. We didn't have the common area. Like, girl.
I am crying.
And two, like, also during the pandemic, I wish we would have all started our TikTok careers, because that would have been lit. Like the little dance.
We were TikTok for a little bit. I was on TikTok for like maybe like
Michelle
2 weeks, and
was.
then I got bored.
No, yeah.
Okay, so like, okay.
And I would have went to the little parties too. Like, God, people were living.
The Corona
I don't think I would have done that.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
what?
You guys were smart.
I watched a lot of my friends never get COVID and enjoy their life.
They
and
had
travel.
COVID. They just
Yeah, they
didn't tell
did.
you.
They
Oh, they were
did.
spreaders?
Because you know, COVID. People were ashamed to say they had COVID, so they just would fall
I
off the
know
face
I
of the
was.
earth for a couple days.
I was. That's a plague.
'Cause I was
Like, you
like-
say you got COVID. It's like,
I know somebody who they went to Clutch, and I can say now they went to Clutch, and like the next day they had COVID, and I was like, you're not gonna call up to Clutch and let them know that there was an outbreak, so they can notify people. I'm like, so this whole entire thing of how I feel like the COVID is being traced, it's not happening, because I could have sworn once you test positive, you should contact
like,
everywhere you been.
even working in like the COVID outreach, I just realized, y'all, there was a lot of things that were just getting misreported and like not reported. It was just, honestly, the pandemic was a time to be alive. Literally. It was.
So one thing I will say, like, okay, I don't know about for y'all, but I feel like there's like a few years ago, like let's say like maybe like 5+ years ago, there was a lot of shame behind like cosmetic surgery. And like people would like really like be like, oh my gosh, she like got her whole body done. Like you just be like almost like ostracized, you know? But now it's like it's such an easy thing, like, and people are like glorifying it. It's just like a normal thing. So if tables had turned and like you knew things would be like how they are today, like surgically, would there have been anything that y'all would have done to yourself?
I would have got my boobs done.
Okay.
I've always had a small chest, so like.
At what age though? Do you mean?
In any
I remember I went to a what is it called, appointment. You go to like see what size you should get.
Consultation.
Yeah, consultate. Thank you. Yeah, but then I got scared.
Yeah,
The idea was nice, but I mean, I don't know. Now that I'm like, growing into my body and whatnot, would I get it still? Yeah, I want to have my kid, but other than that,
Yeah.
I mean, for me,
it's an idea that was fun to entertain.
To be honest with you, I probably would have done like a full head to toe like work. I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
I feel you.
I mean, that was the time to do it. During the pandemic, nobody would have noticed.
Yeah, even
People
when my
was coming
coworkers
back
got a
bodies.
whole new boob, and when we were furloughed, came back with a new rack. I'm like, girl,
you know how many like nurses I know with their bodies done?
Absolutely.
Like that probably would have been the time to like we had the money in our hands. Like I could have paid for it in cash and I would have been fine, you know? So I kind of regret like not investing in my body. And then I probably would have done a little bit more work to my face, honestly. Like
more?
Oh, yeah. Well, like, yeah. I would have done some stuff to my face for sure.
Okay. You want to say what?
What I would have done? I probably would have like lipoed my chin.
Damn.
I probably would have.
Sorry, that's not what I thought you were gonna say. I'm like, Dana sounds aggressive. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I probably would have. I probably would have lipoed my chin. I probably would have done like some like Botox, a little bit of fillers.
But you still can. So like, why is it you could have done?
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, I mean, I still can, but now at this point, I'm so used to my face. I feel like to go and get it like completely changed in my 30s would be a little drastic. Like I feel like my 20s would have been the time to do it.
Oh, you're 20. Okay.
I mean, I already told myself once I drop a kid or twins.
Yeah,
oh no, my body. As far as my body goes, body can still always be done. Yeah. That's
immediately after the last kid comes.
Yeah,
I'll be out of the commission for a year. See y'all in a year. Literally.
What for? What the boob job?
No,
but
the moment I have a kid, I'm out of commission for a year because I'm doing some things to come.
How do you know? How would you even know that you'll need it? Or you just plan to do it regardless?
I know I'm gonna need it.
Okay.
You know what you just know?
Tongue powerful. You say it, you will.
Oh, Michelle's right. I don't know. Okay, you know what? I always told myself when I have like or kids, hopefully by God's grace,
amen,
I was gonna do a mommy makeover after, like immediately after. Yeah. But if my body, like what I'm doing right now, bounce back quickly, I don't need it. But it's still in the works.
I feel that because I do think that. I mean, I'm not against the boob job after I have kids. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but it's crazy. I do want to get my boobs done. Like that's just, I just don't know if I don't know if I should wait until after I give birth first and then do it.
I've always wondered this question. Like, okay, so y'all remember the show Wife Swap?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So what is? And this doesn't have to be like a wife, but is there anyone that y'all can think of, like, if you could switch lives with, who would it be?
It would have to be somebody rich.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the richest person I know.
Thank you. I'm not trying to live a regular
Oprah.
Not Oprah. So I could be.
No, actually no. No, actually no. I'll probably switch.
Jenner money.
There's not even anyone I would just switch. Like
you have to switch your whole life. Like it has to be everything that they have.
No, I wouldn't. Because I would miss my family too much.
Yeah, I just switch accounts.
Yeah,
not lives. I feel like my life is really catered to me. I don't know. Yeah.
Because I fuck around, go there and get beat every day.
Yeah, low key.
What I'm signing up for.
Low key.
You don't think so? Okay.
No, what about you?
What if it was just for like a week?
Oh, if it's for a week, then yeah, maybe.
I'm clearing Kylie's account.
No, literally.
I'm clearing her account.
Who am I
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Maybe Beyonce, because I just have questions.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to know her
that's
inside
a good
life.
one.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
I just have questions.
Beyonce be a good one.
Maybe not even Beyonce. Maybe
how
Blue.
she lives.
Maybe just Blue. I just
like
wanna
what Blue?
be a fly on the wall.
Because I don't want to be. Yeah, I want to see Beyonce. Like, what do you do in the morning?
Yeah.
I might switch places with Northwest. I really want to see how Kanye West is on a daily basis, so I can write a story.
Yeah.
And when I come back to my life, try to tell all for real.
Yeah.
Because He's an interesting person too.
Who, Kanye West?
I would want to be North because I think North is so cool for her age.
She is.
She's a cool kid. Like,
She is a bit overexposed, but she's
think so. She makes kid music. She makes kid music.
I don't know. I think I would probably switch my life with. I would want to switch my life with like someone who like is in the government, but like not the face of the government, but like makes all the decisions. I don't know who that would be, but I just want to see like how
What really
the
goes
government
on.
like is actually like, ran. You know?
Why don't you switch lives with Michelle Obama and ask Barack all these questions?
See, this is the thing. I
Like,
thought,
honey, I'm having a headache. Can you remind me how we used to decide
I'm having a
where we
headache.
go
That's
to
crazy.
where we?
that's the thing. I don't think that they would really know. Like, I want to know like the big decisions. Like, okay, who's making the decisions with Israel?
Right.
You know, it's not the president. You know, so it's like I want to know who's like making these decisions, and those are the people I want to switch the life.
But you know
with.
what's crazy? I feel like those people aren't even in politics.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. Like they're in government, but not the face of government.
Because even when
Right.
they were talking about Trump, about how Trump, he walked into some company with like one of these big like, money making people, and he pretty much was just like, "What do you need from me? If you fund my campaign, give me this amount of money, I can
Right.
do this for you. I can do this for you. I can make sure this bill gets passed." You know what I mean? That's why I feel like when he came into office, like he got rid of a lot of environmental protection acts because he had some people in his pockets
Blowing.
that it was stopping them from
That's
doing certain
crazy.
things. So if I give you $1 million, will you get rid of this act? Because this act is the reason why I couldn't
And
do
they're
this.
giving way more than $1 million.
Oh yeah, girl.
Yeah.
Or the Koch brothers.
Yeah.
The Koch brothers, they run politics because they donate I think it might be the Koch brothers, but they donate so much money that if you are on the side of a bill that they don't want passed, you're not getting shit from that.
Jesus.
So
That's crazy. Honestly, okay. So do y'all think, like, for example, career wise, y'all think do y'all think you're in your actual area of career choice, or should you be somewhere else if you had the opportunity?
I always say, I don't know about career per se, but I always say that like I wish I would have taken a sport serious for sure, or at least like my parents would have taken a sport serious on my behalf.
I probably would have been in the
Because
Olympics by now.
I definitely feel like
Playing
I could have taken
overseas.
something very far, for sure,
Yeah.
Like for sure, and yeah.
I think I could have been a dancer. I'm really good at that, or a singer.
Yeah.
Like I'm really good. Like, not trying to brag or anything, but I was talented.
Yeah,
It just
no,
was
I
overlooked
definitely-
in my home.
Definitely overlooked.
Overlooked.
I think I could have worked for
child
like the United Nations.
I
think could
definitely
have.
see that for you.
Yeah.
I could have. It's not too late.
Or Peace Corps.
I definitely see you for the United
you know, I want to do
Nations.
the Peace Corps for a really long time, but after Katrina, I think that's what ruined everything.
Ooh.
I mean, I have my cousin did the AmeriCorps. If you would want to talk to him, I mean, he loved it.
It's 2 years unpaid.
Yeah.
He loved it.
Wait, this
But-
economy is. Gotta get the money
for-
rolling.
But no, I feel.
For me, to be honest with you, I think I'm in the right field because to be honest with you, I think healthcare just like really correlates well with like how I feel as a person on the inside and like what I want to do for other people. So I think it does correlate. But to be honest with you, if it had all been said and done and go back again, I would have been a doctor. Like,
Yeah.
like I was the one holding myself back from
Right.
that, and then like also like other things like influenced it. But like I really should have just been a doctor. I should have just like
Yeah, taking the extra.
just
You know
taken the
what's
extra
so
step and just
crazy?
thugged it out and just done it.
My cousin, she was literally talking. I was helping her pick like classes the other day, literally yesterday actually, and she's I think she's trying to go into trying to go into nursing, and I actually told her I was like, why haven't you looked into anything? She's such a smart girl, like top of her class, literally has been the top of her class since like little kid. And I was just like, why haven't you, not to say that like, you know, just because you're smart, you should go into something, but I was just like, why haven't you looked into something like different, like PA or, you know, like, I was like, she was like, I never heard of it. And I told her about it and she's like, okay, I'm gonna do research. And I was just like, yeah, because like, you're at the age that I wish somebody would have told me like, hey,
Right.
you look into this, you know, it's just try
Right.
different
But a
things. Because
dentist
like,
or
yeah,
something.
you could be anything. And like, I was like, I don't want you to sell yourself short. Like, just expand your horizons. She actually was just like, okay, I'm gonna look into it. Because
Right.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really trying to figure out a way to get into the beauty industry because I'm not gonna lie, I ain't where I'm supposed to be. Like career-wise, that's not me.
Yeah.
It's fun though.
So
The
what
money's
aspect of
great.
the beauty industry?
Honestly, like I really like. Okay, if I could have my way and my dreams come true, which they will, because I'm believing it, so it's gonna happen. But I would really want to come up with my own makeup line, like you know, something like Denise MAVERICKS, like and literally just like I don't know, niche it out a little bit, like something that I really enjoy. I really love foundations and stuff like that. I feel like I can make my own foundation line, start there, and then build up, you know. But it's just a lot of logistics with that. So Yeah, but that's something, and also like, getting into like more so like ad placement and doing like commercials with different beauty brands. Like I have such a loud personality. I'm very like, I'm just very animated. I feel like it fits, so just trying to figure out how to get in there, takes time, prayer too. So
So I do want to bring up this quote that I feel like everyone's been posting lately, and it's goes, do you really want it, or do you want people to see that you have it, right? So I want to ask, like, when y'all are thinking about things that you want, how do you navigate like things that you actually want and things that are just fun to have? That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I think as you get older, what's good for you, what's not. You know what you want and what I think you're able to decipher like what you want and what you need. And so I think that kind of plays into the quote, no, because it's like, I don't know, but I also feel like none of us, we're not really like
materialistic.
Yeah, or not even that, we're just not loud people. When I say loud, I mean like we're not really like post this here, post this here.
Yeah.
Pretty much, we keep things within each other or ourselves. So I just feel like, I don't know, as you get older, we've became a little bit more reserved, honestly. Like, it's just, I don't think we've ever kind of looked to other people for appeasement or approval, so to speak.
But I guess not so much social media, but for instance, I'll use myself as an example. Like, I love my car, but a lot of times I'm like, okay, I really want a new car, Mostly my mom is on me. My mom does not like my car. She's like, you need a new car, like 2 years ago. And I texted my brother about it, and he was like, well, do you want a new car? And I was like, no, not really. And he was like, okay, well then, until you feel like you really want a new car, then don't get a new car. Like, fuck what everyone else thinks. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, a lot of times, like, it's like you want something because people feel like, okay, you're here. By now, you should be driving this. And it's just like, okay, well, I don't really want that right now. But a lot of times, it's really like you're trying to keep up with not to keep up with the Joneses, but just keep up with like where should be objectively.
I completely agree with you. So I think that I have even looked at like some of my purchases. And I'm like, did I actually need this? Like, okay, so like whenever I went and bought my first Chanel, I thought it was like just going to be so fulfilling, and it was just going to like just, whatever. And then I bought the Chanel, and like, don't get me wrong, I like the purse, but it's like,
did you need it?
Did I really need it?
Yeah.
I probably would have been okay without it, So I do agree. I think it's one of those points. I'm at that point in my life where it's like, there's a lot of things that I have gotten, and I'm just like, it wasn't as fulfilling as I thought it was actually going to be. And even now, I'm like right there with you. I'm like, oh, I really want a new car. But it's like, do I actually need a new car?
Yeah.
Probably not, but it would be nice.
Yeah.
But it's like, why do I feel like I need a new car whenever I have a perfectly working
vehicle,
paid off car? So it's like,
it's that paid off, bro.
Yeah.
It's hard to get in a car now because I was like, bro, my car is paid off.
Yeah.
No, honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where like, I do agree. I think there's a lot of things that we want, and it's just all like from us, like observing other people. It's not actually things that we need. And I do agree with Chris. I think I'm a lot more reserved now that the older I've gotten. Like I don't have anything to prove, like I do not have to prove anything to people on like what I have, what's in my bank account, whatever it might be. Like it doesn't matter.
Okay, so do you feel like, there's somebody probably from your past that you would date still or spend a block on, or maybe just somebody that you feel like you would have like taken serious in that moment, and it's just like, dang, it could have been a lot different today, like anything?
Yeah, that's one person.
Nikki, why are you making that face?
I really wish I could have gotten rid of all of them.
No, honestly.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. You heard what I said? Burn it.
I'll be honest. I really wasted my time with some people.
Yeah.
I truly don't think there's anyone in my past that actually got play from me that I should have spun the block on. It's probably people that didn't actually get the play from me that I probably should have actually spun the block on. But that people that actually end up calling like my boyfriends and stuff like that, huge waste of time.
Burn them all.
Like, huge waste of time. I'll be honest with you.
Right.
Like, none.
Yeah,
No.
I agree.
You agree?
I stamped that message.
Yes and no. Like,
Because it didn't have to be some. Okay, so
Yeah.
even
It
if
could
you
be
said, like
anybody,
you said, the
that's
people
what
that you would spend a block on, or that you didn't give enough time, you would spend a block on. 'Cause
Yeah, there's some
who
people.
say you could be married today?
Yeah.
I
No,
mean-
there's some people that I definitely like that. It's so crazy. It's like, when you're younger, these people are like, it almost feels like it's too much. But that's actually probably what I
it's supposed to
needed,
be.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm going after these people that act like they don't halfway ass like me,
Honestly,
But
I feel like God punished me because of that. Like,
Yeah,
the
no,
very
of course.
first person that was serious about me, I was like,
He's like, oh, so
too
now-
soon. And he was like, I will show you Pepper. And every guy since then has
It's
showed
been
me
Pepper.
like,
There is one person, and like it's so crazy. Like we're really good friends to this day, and like it's so crazy. Like, even when I be on the phone or we be talking to, like, you know, interact, I'm just like, dang, like, how are we not together? Why are we both still single?
I'm not gonna lie.
Let's do a do-over. Like, let's make a pact that we will never talk about the past again and just move forward together. But I think too much damage has been done to just...
No, I had that thought about one person, and we didn't even date. And so we rekindled like a while ago, actually. And I was just like, okay, why didn't we date? But then when we went on a date, I was like, this is why we didn't date.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, yeah, absolutely not. Like, no. Mm-mm.
No, that's literally how it is. Because I was just trying to think. I was like, there's only one person who I think that I could think of about that way. But when I truly think about it, I'm just like, no, I think there was a reason.
Yeah. And it's like we didn't date, so there was no way for me to tell. And then when I went on that date, I was just like, Crystal, your younger self made a good decision.
Yeah. You were wise beyond your years.
Wise beyond your years, bro. You saw the future.
I love to believe that everything happens for a reason. So, like, there's a reason why they didn't make it into, like, your future, and it's cool. Maybe they were just a learning lesson, a life lesson that you needed to learn. And so, so I'm welcoming anyone new to come and just show me something different. You know? I'm accepting anything new from here on. No more spending. I honestly, I feel like I don't want to spin the block. I don't want anyone spinning the block on me. No. I think I'm over the spin the block era.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
New faces only, y'all. Like, come on.
I agree.
You've had your time.
And I got what you're saying, Chris. I think because, like, in my relationships, I've had a lot of discernment. So there's a reason why I left. Right. Sometimes after time passes, you forget or you start to doubt yourself. And you get back in that same situation. You're like,
this is why.
This is why. Like, I actually,
why we didn't work.
I actually knew what I was doing when I left the first time.
So before we close out this episode, I have one last question for y'all. And it's only if y'all are willing to share. Do you feel like there has been like one major decision in your life that completely like changed the direction that your life went through? Like that the direction your life went in, and like, is it a decision that you regret?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Again, I mentioned it earlier, but I do feel like moving is what changed the trajectory of my life. Like, for sure. Like, and I
regret it?
No, not at all. Not at all. No. I feel like I needed it in that time. Like, looking back, I truly needed that. Like, I needed like a big shift. And even then, like, I didn't know that it was gonna come, like, fall in my lap. It just happened to fall in my lap at the right time. And like, an opportunity like that came way before then, and I turned it down. And so it just was like, honestly, I feel like, you know, even going through what I went through, like, I still feel like it was just like right timing. Like, I don't regret it at all.
Okay. Anyone else?
No, because it's deep. I don't want to get deep with y'all.
I feel that.
All right.
You're not gonna answer your own question?
Yes, I'm saying
I mean, one decision that I feel like changed my entire life. I don't know if it changed my entire life, but I will say, like, I guess it kind of goes back to like not moving.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was a decision though.
Yeah, like I truly think that by not moving, I think that it held me back in some areas of my life. I think I like depended so much on like my environment and like how comfortable I was, that I got so comfortable that I did not take some risk in my life that I could have taken and that I probably should have taken. And so do I regret it? Yes. But then at the same time, like, there are other aspects of my life that happened that I'm like, okay, would that have happened if I had like moved, you know? So it's kind of like one of those like seesaw things where it's like, yeah, I regret it, but at the same time, great things came out of it. But I do wish I had been like less comfortable.
Yeah.
And more risk taking.
Yeah.
Hands down.
No, I definitely, I see what you're saying. I
can
feel
agree
like
with that with
comfortability
everything.
sometimes leads to, like, you know, complacency. Not in your situation.
No, I think I was definitely complacent in a lot of aspects of my life.
No,
absolutely.
For sure. And
Absolutely.
I was too. That's what I'm saying. Like, moving is kind of what shifted that for me just a little bit. Because that's what just like, man, something had to change.
Yeah,
something had to change.
You need
and
something to
like,
shake you up sometimes.
Yeah, and you know what? And I was just talking about this the other day. Like, I feel like every woman experiences something in their life where it's like something drastic happens that kind of causes you to just make a shift. It could be a small shift, it could be a big shift, but I always feel like it's always something that happens. And for me, mine was a little bit traumatic. And I sometimes encourage women to kind of make that change before something traumatic happens. Because it's like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be like, dang, like, if something happens, now I have to move, now I have to get out of here, now I have to, like, you know, change careers, now I have to do this, versus like, you could have just gotten ahead of things.
Mm-hmm.
And so once you notice that complacency, I
Right.
always employ women, like younger women for sure, to like get up and make that change. Whatever you feel like that change is. If
Needs
you have
to
to
be.
get out of your city,
Right.
if you got to get out of your house, if you got to get out that relationship, like I always employ women to do that, because I think that definitely changes the trajectory, especially going in from like 24 to 25 and 25 to like 27. Like 27
Yeah.
was my 27, 28, 29 was like my pivotal like crackdown women,
Right.
like my grown, like you really getting like becoming older. Like that was really my moment for
Right.
me. And like looking back, like it was tough. Ooh, it was tough, but like,
It was worth it.
yeah.
All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. Thank you so much for joining us and listening and always supporting us. We have such a great time with y'all. So make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Also, make sure you interact with us. If you have any motos, petty chronicles that you want us to talk about, email us, DM us. Just make sure we see it. And then also support us on YouTube. YouTube is where you can see our faces. So make sure you support us, and shout out to everyone for always supporting us. It is your girl, Just Nick, checking out. Bye, y'all.
And it's your girl, Macolette, signing out. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Macolette.
Bye, y'all. It's your girl, Crystal, a.k.a. Champagne Chris, checking out. Peace.
Bye, y'all. It's your girl, Shell, and we will see y'all later.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T. Y. I'm petty all the time.